our weights. I'm just gonna strap mine on. If anyone has these kind of hand weights or ankle, I think they are ankle weights actually, called ankle weights. You can attach them onto your arms and we can attach them onto your ankles too. I'm gonna give you a little option for that. If anyone has it, you don't have to. Or if you wanna kind of increase a little more resistance, you can get some and try it too. It really changes things, especially on your ankles. But if you don't, that's okay too. So grab those weights, grab a squishy ball or a pillow if you have, and then come to standing. All right, so feet about hip distance apart, standing nice and tall, shoulders away from your ears. I have my little weights strapped on today. So just hands by your side, standing really nice and tall. So top of your head reaching up, heels pressing down. And then from here, just nice and slow, we're gonna bring arms up to shoulder height and then hold when you're there. So reaching fingertips away from fingertips and then just circle. So just small circles moving from your upper arm. Circling around. As you're circling, you're reaching, not so much that you're locking, but you're engaging those muscles in your shoulder, in your whole upper arm there. So go for 5 like that. Still keeping pressure through your heels, growing nice and tall. 4, 3, 2, hold, and then go the other way. So again, just those smooth circles. They don't need to be big. Go 6 like that. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, turn your palms to face each other. Bring them in and then out. In and wide. So just as wide as, so they're in line with your body, and then straight forward. Open, control. Reach, control. So again, trying to keep your muscles working as your arms come together and as they open. Go for 5. Keep that reach idea. 4, keep reaching. 3, 2, reach. And then one more, open them out. Stay there. Now bend those elbows in, press and twist. So palms face behind, bend in, press, twist. Pull triceps to your waistlines and then twist. In, twist. Go for 5. In, reach. 4 more. In, 3. Keep those abs connected. Spine is reaching. So nice and long. 2. Last one. Out. Bring them in and then lower right down. Give your shoulders a little bit of a roll out. We'll come right up onto our toes. So come press through each one of those toes, lift straight up. Arms are gonna go wide, hold when you're there, and then slowly control back down. So you're gonna go right up, lift those heels without moving your body forward or back, and then arms, and then same thing, you're coming down, drop your heels, you're not wiggling forward or back. Hold, straight up, connect through your core, right up, hold there, arms, and then down. And down. Last couple like that, straight up. Don't let those knees lock. Hold, down, and down. Last couple. Press through each one of those toes. Core is connected, down, and then one more. Up, and then stay. So from here, keep your back nice and straight. We're just gonna bend knees. Inhale down, exhale, press into those toes, stand up. So inhale here. Your ribs are staying tight around your center. And press up, go for 3. Pick up the top of your head, reaching up to the ceiling as you stand. 2. And then go one more. Inhale down, press all the way up, and then float those heels. Lower those arms, take a little bit of a breath there. And then bend your arms to 90-degree angles. So you're right here. From here, we're gonna step our right foot back. So just a comfortable distance when you're here. Bend down, so both legs are at about 90-degree angles. Upper body stays upright, so not a hinge. You're nice and straight. And then press through your left heel. So that's my right leg back. Left heel is forward. Press through your left heel. Step in and then stand up. So we're gonna go down, step, bend, reach, pull in and up. So bend, down, reach, pull in, press through your left up. So most of your weight stays in that left the whole time. Back, reach, in and up. Last few like this, down, back, straight down, 90 angles with those legs, in and up, 2, back, reach, in and up. Last one, down, back, reach, in and all the way up, and then just come straight back down. Hold low, press up. So most of my weight is in my left, down, press straight up, down, press straight up. So go 5 more here. Low, exhale, press. 3, low, abs connect. 2, low, last one. Press up. Now stay right here. We're gonna bring our right leg up to 90 degrees. Hold when you're there. Take a breath. Then tap your toes. So reach and tap. Left leg is straight but not locked. Try not to lean to the left. Grow tall. And down. You can open your arms for a little extra stability if you want. Go for 3. Up and down. Last 2. Up and down. Ready? 1 more. Up and down. Hold, bending again. So bring your arms down by your side. Shoot them back behind you so you're back here. Okay, now we're going to kick out our right leg. Right leg out, hold, and then pull back in. Right leg reaches and in. Arms stay nice and long. And in, constant pressure through that left heel. And in, go for 4, pull in, 3, and in, last 2, out, and in, last 1, out, and in. Drop your right heel so both heels are down. Now bend your elbows and reach. Elbows, abs connect. Go for 6, 5, reach, 4, 3, nice long arms, 2, 1, reach back. Keep those triceps working. Open out, squeeze in. So you're going a few inches out, squeeze in. Go for 5, 4, keep those abs pulling in, 3, abs in, 2, abs in, 1, abs in, and then stand all the way up. Give your shoulders a nice little roll out. Give those legs a shake. So we will do the same thing, other side. So start with your arms bent, 90-degree angle, standing really nice and tall. So this time it's your left foot that's gonna step back, primarily thinking about our right glute here. So we're gonna step back, come to that 90-degree angle here. So both legs at 90 degrees, hold in there. And then step that foot back in, and then stand up on your right. Don't quite lock your leg. So you're gonna come down, step. This time you can reach those arms up, pull them in, and then up. Down, step back, reach, grow tall, in and up. Inhale, down, back, reach, up, and in. So it doesn't matter here how low you come. If you feel your, like, if it doesn't feel good in your knees, don't come too low. It doesn't matter. Back, you can be up here, whatever feels good. And then in, inhale, down, reach, down, and in. 3 more. Back. Stay nice and steady. Most of that weight in your right heel. And in, last 2. Back. Up. And in, last 1. Down. Reach. Up. In. And up, and then just straight down. Straight up. Press through your right heel as you stand, hinging forward slightly, abs connect. Go for 5. In. 4 more. press 3, abs, press 2. Last one. Press up, stay there. Keep pressure through your right heel. Let's lift our left up to 90 degrees. Hold when you're there. Little tap and up. So thinking about your right inner thigh squeezing toward your midline. Add those arms if you want. Growing tall. Up, little tap. Up, little tap. Go for 4, control. Go for 3, control. 2 more. And down, last one. Up and down, bend those elbows, 90-degree angles. Holding here, you're gonna reach those arms back and then get that left leg out. So left out and in. Out, back in. Go for 6. Lengthen, in. Waistlines are long and in. 4 and in. 3, reach. Right inner thigh squeezing toward your midline the whole time and in. Last one. Out and in, stay there, drop your left heel. From here, bend your elbows, 90 degrees, reach. Go for 6, 5, and reach. 4 more, abs in, reach. 3, reach. Last 2, in and reach. Last one, in, reach. Arms come forward, holding here, open wide. Control, right up to shoulder level and back. Go for 6. Keep those collarbones wide. 5, collarbones are wide here. Keep them wide here. 4, 3, long spine, core is connected. 2, and in. Last one. And in, and then stand all the way up. Give your shoulders a little roll out. Give those legs a shake. All right, and then come onto your mats, guys. We're gonna come to seated first with a squishy ball. If you have, if you don't, you can just use a pillow, that's okay too. Just pop it behind you, or you don't need to use anything at all. So we'll sit like that. Keep your weights handy if you want. Don't have to use those either. So feet hip distance apart, sitting up nice and tall. Feel the top of your head reaching up, tailbone pressing down, and then just reach your arms up to shoulder height. So hold when you're here, take a breath, and then scoop back. So with or without the ball, rolling like so. Remember, if you have the ball, don't rest on it. Imagine it's a balloon, so you can't just drop your weight onto it. So we're here, our abs are pulling in nice and tight. Slowly arms up and arms down. So your arms come up, nothing else changes. Go for 4, arms up, abs in. Don't go back too far in your scoop. It's just those low abs. Last 2. Last one, come up. Bring them down. Use your abs, come all the way back to seated, nice and tall. Try that again. So scoop belly button to spine and stay. Holding here. Open your right arm out to this side. Don't let anything else change in your body. Bring it in. Go left. So holding a weight in your hands really changes this one. When your right arm opens, your weight wants to shift left. Don't let it. And when your left arm opens, your weight wants to shift right. Don't let it. Open again. Out. And in. And then one more left. Back in, and then come all the way back to seated, nice and tall. Okay, we'll add a little rotation. Pelvis is gonna stay pretty still. We're gonna think of our rotation coming from our ribs, our shoulders, and our head move, but less about your pelvis, all right? So reach those arms forward again. Scoop back. You can keep your weights in your hands if you want. Remember, with or without the ball, it doesn't matter. From here, bring your right elbow. I'll show you the front view. Bend your right arm in, so your elbow's in line with your body. You're in your little scoop. Now begin twisting back. So pull that right elbow behind you slightly. Look over your elbow. Don't let your weight shift to the left like I did there. Keep it center. And then bring that arm forward. So left elbow in line with your body. Begin twisting your ribs, your shoulders, your head. Pause. And then come back through center. Show you this side again. If you feel your back, don't scoop back quite as far. Don't twist as far. Right elbow in. Add that little rotation. Ribs, shoulders, head. All the way back through center. and then left, pull it back, add that little rotation, follow that elbow, and then come all the way back through center. Ready for one more little add-on, bending right end. Add that rotation. Now can you extend your arm? Bring it back in, and then come all the way back through center. Left, in, with or without the weight. This challenges you that little bit further. Reach fingertips from fingertips, bend in, and all the way back. Do that again to the right. Exhale back. Arm out, reach, bring it in, all the way back, and then go left. Twisting, growing tall. You're not just collapsing forward, right? Extend it back, reach fingertips from fingertips, back in, and all the way up to seated nice and tall. Good job. Pop that ball up to the side. Just extend your legs out in front of you. Arms up, shoulder height, scoop all the way back. So belly button pulls in, rolling all the way down. Holding when you're down there, take a breath. Reach your arms up, bring them overhead, hold, and then you're gonna come right back up. So nodding your chin, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Reach out to your toes. Stack yourself up tall, and then come back again. Keep those heels pressing into the mat as you roll, just nice and slow. Remember, you're not in a hinge, you're in a scoop. Contrary to what my shirt looks like. Rolling, 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 reaching. Arms go all the way overhead. Take a breath. You don't need weights for these. We're gonna do one more. Arms up, tuck your chin. The weights actually make it easier. Reaching. Stack up tall, and then come back one last time. Belly button in as you roll. Slow and controlled reaching. Toes from the top of your head, and then just keep your arms up to the ceiling. Bend your legs in. So about 90 degrees with your leg, about 90 degrees with your legs, just a comfortable distance in front of your legs, in front of your hips there. Holding here, shoulders are flat against the mat, belly button to spine, and then press through your heels, lift your hips. So holding up there, keep those arms reaching unless you feel like you need that extra support from your arms. If not, just keep them up. Now from here, nice and slow, roll back down. So same idea as with our roll-ups that we just did. We're rolling down one vertebra at a time, articulating through each vertebra. Back to neutral, and then do that again. Belly button in. Lifting, hold. And again, slow and controlled all the way down. Come to neutral. Go one more just like this. Belly button in, press. Hold at the top. So feel that your knees are reaching away from the top of your head. Shift your weight so that you have more weight in your left than your right, and then lift your right heel. All right, so we're light on our right toes. Keep your left heel pressing into the mat, a little bit of left big toe, but much more weight in your heel than your toe. And now from here, you can keep your right toes down, or if you want an extra challenge, bring your right leg to tabletop. Hold there. Okay, so from here, we're gonna drop our hips down, almost touch the mat, and then press them straight up. Go nice and slow. You can add arms to this. You can reach arms away and then back up. Inhale, reach. Keep those ribs tight around your center. Exhale, press. Thinking about your hips staying nice and level as you come down and as you come up. Inhale, down. One more. Inhale, down. Press up, and then stay. So your left heel is still pressing into the mat, left glute is working. Just reach your right leg. Hold it when it's out there, and then bring it right back in. So reach, hold, waistline, stay long, keep that right hip lifting, go for 4, and in. Remember, if you need a little extra support, bring your arms down, and in. Last 2, and in, last 1, reach, come on in, bring those right toes down, right heel, roll all the way down, come to neutral, take a breath, bring those arms back up if that felt okay with your arms up, otherwise just keep them down, that's fine too. Belly button to spine, press through your heels, lift, hold at the top, roll back down, just finding that center point in your body again, all the way up.
all the way down. Trying to let your weight be as even from right to left as you can. Holding at the top for this one. So a little bit of extra pressure through your right heel, a little bit of weight in your right big toe. Lift your left heel, not letting your hip shift. You can stay there or come on up here. From here, hips and press. So inhale down, you can reach those arms if you want. So think about your right glute for sure. Your right glute is moving you up and down, but also think about your right inner thigh squeezing toward your midline. Lots of core, keeping your pelvis nice and still. 3 more. Go for 2. 1 more. Hold. Remember, you can bring your arms down if you want. Reach and in. Keep those hips level. Reach and in. Arms up if you want an extra challenge for 4. Right inner thigh still squeezes toward your midline. 3 and in. 2 and in. Last one. Reach and in. Step all the way down and then roll all the way back to the mat. Come through to neutral. Good job, everybody. Now bring your hands behind your head. So elbows hover off the mat. Let's tuck our chin and curl forward to flexion. So holding when you're looking towards those knees, nice even weight through your hips. Bring your right heel up, bring your left heel up and stay there. So both feet are light on the mat. Bring your right leg to tabletop, hold it there. Your left hip is heavy, and then bring your right toes back down. Right hip is heavy, left leg up. And then drop it back down. So as you're marching your legs, nothing is shifting in your pelvis. It's staying totally still. In fact, your entire torso is staying still. It's just these legs moving. Do that again, right? And up, you're looking towards your thighs. Your head is heavy in your hands. Exhale, abs in right. Exhale, abs in left. Lower those heels. Lower all the way down and take a breath. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more onto that. Bring your hands by your sides to start. So keep that pelvis still. Lift your right heel, lift your left. Ribs stay tight around your center. Back of your rib cage is heavy while our upper body is down. Right knee over your right heel. Keep those hips nice and level. Bring your left leg up as well. So knees above your hips. From here, just reach your right leg away. So lengthen it. Don't bring this opposite leg in. That makes it quite easy. And then back, and then go left. And in. So as you're moving your legs, nothing again is moving through your hips. So same principle as in our marching, our last exercise. Reach and in. Now notice when you're doing this, is your neck starting to arch off the mat? Are you gripping through your shoulders? Or are you able to keep everything relaxed? Keep that chin gently pulling into your chest. Reach away. Doesn't matter how low your leg goes. Doesn't even matter if it's straight. Challenge yourself. But keeping your pelvis still is the most important. Ribs stay tight. Reach. And in. Last one right. Pull in. Last one left. Pull in, lower your right, lower your left, lower those heels. Take a break. Okay, now hands back behind your head again. Tuck your chin, curl up, holding there. Pelvis stays nice and still. Ribs still tight around your center. Lift your left heel, lift your right, and hold. We're gonna keep our left toes down. Right leg is gonna come up, so you're here. You can lift this if you want for an extra challenge, but doesn't matter. Keeping your left foot light is tons of work as well. I really want to concentrate on my form, keeping my pelvis still. So I'm going to keep my toes down. I'm going to reach my right leg away. I'm going to lower my upper body, looking to the ceiling, not resting down, but holding here. That is the hardest part of the exercise. And when I'm long, and then I'm curling back in. So it's an inhale back, lengthening, exhale, belly button to spine, curl in. So go 4 more here. Reach. All the way in. And 3. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, in. 2. Even through your hips, right? 1 more. Inhale out. All the way in. Hold there. Now you're gonna reach your left arm overhead as you reach your right leg. So left fingertips reach away from your right toes, come all the way in, rotate towards that right bent leg. Inhale out, so think length here. Even weight through your hips. Go for 4. Left shoulder blade barely comes off the mat. Go for 3. Go for 2, reach. Keep that pelvis nice and still. Last one, we're still neutral as well, right? Left hand back, right toes down, lower those heels, lower your upper body. Take a breath. Feel that? I hope so. So we'll do the same on the other side, starting with just the reaches, with upper body lowering and lifting, and then add that rotation. So lift your right heel, lift your left, tuck your chin, curl up. Left leg floats up. Keep your right toes light. If you want that extra bit, you can stay up here. Doesn't matter. Keep those right toes light though. So inhale, lengthen, reach. Remember, this is the hardest point if you're keeping everything connected. It could be a break. Don't let it be a break. All the way in. So inhale. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, curl. Go for 4. 3, you're working, and working. 2, working all the way. Last one, working all the way. Holding there. Now reach your right arm overhead. Reach your left leg in front. Stretch out as long as you can, and then come all the way in. Rotate towards the left. So inhale out. This is the hardest point when you're long. Exhale. Second hardest point when you're rotating. Inhale out, lengthen. Don't let that right hip lift as you rotate. Right hip stays heavy. Think of pressing that right hip down and a little bit extra. 3, inhale out, go for 2. Inhale out, 1 more. Inhale all the way, bring that hand in, bring that leg in, lower down. Take a breath, hug those knees in, have a little roll around there. One way, and then the other. And then let's come onto our side. So let's start on our left side. So legs straight out underneath you, reach toes away from the top of your head. So like I was saying, if you have these, or if you want to get these ankle weights, if you attach them on when we're doing our side leg series, it really changes it as well. I know it's tons of work without, but if you have some and you want to, you can pop them on your ankles now. All right, so right hand in front of you, just a light touch on the mat. Nice long waistlines. Keep those inner thighs squeezing together so your knees point forward. So not letting your left knee point down. Keep those knees pointing forward. So you're going to start with just your top leg lifted up to maybe hip height, maybe a tiny bit above, reaching your toes away from the top of your head, and then just squeeze that bottom leg up and then lower them down together. Top leg lifts, knee is pointing forward, bottom leg lifts, knee is still pointing forward. Knees are pointing forward as you lower down. So just go up, up, control, up, up, control. Go for 5. Up, control. 4 more. Exhale and lift and down. 3. Lift, control. Last 2. Up and down, and then go 1 more. Up, up. Lower just to a hover this time. Stay there. You're reaching your toes away from the top of your head. Little lift and lower. Keep those knees pointing forward. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale down. Try not to put all your weight into your right hand. If you can bring your right hand onto your hip, that's awesome. You could also reach your arms up. Little pause and down. Try to get those pauses. So if that means having a couple of fingers down for that extra bit of stability, that's fine. I would do that over having your arm up and wiggling all around. And down. Work up to having that arm up. 3. Control. Go for 2. Belly button in and down. Last 1. Belly button in. Holding there. Take a breath. Now scissor your legs. Bring 1 leg forward, 1 back. come back to center, and then go the opposite way. Back together, and scissor, just a small scissor, a few inches apart, and then in, and a little scissor, and apart. Keep both legs lifted as you're scissoring. You got it. You'll really start to feel your right obliques. And in, switch, and in. We've got 3 more after this, each way, 3. Keep reaching, scissor, and in. Let's go for 2. And in, last one, scissor, and in, reach, and in, and then lower your legs all the way down and take a breath. Okay, so now heels up at the front edge of your mat, so your knees and your heels are in the same line, that 90-degree angle. Keep your left ribs that little bit lifted off the mat, right waistline stays long, and then lift your right leg to hip height. So knee and foot at the same level there. Now you're gonna circle around. So just those small circles. If you feel that you can keep your pelvis totally still, you can make them a little bit bigger, but the goal is stability, not huge circles. Go for 4 more here. 3. Last 2. And then 1, hold. Think about those left ribs a little bit. Keep them lifting. You're going to circle back the other way. Go for 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep that head nice and heavy. 2. Last 1. Hold when your leg is at hip height. Now knee down, right knee towards your left, and then right heel towards your left. Knee and foot, and knee and foot. Keep those waistlines long and out. So that's a medial rotation in, lateral rotation out. Go 5 more. Medial rotation in and out. 4 more. In and out. 3 and out. Last 2. In and out. Last 1. In and out, and then lower all the way down. Take a breath there. We have one last little one we're gonna do. We're gonna reach that right leg out. Just have your left leg bent comfortably underneath you. So really reach through your toes, think length, toes reaching away from the top of your head. We're gonna do rainbows. So toes down to the front edge of your mat, lift up, toes down to the back edge. Up and down, up and down. Control, keeping those waistlines nice and long. Go for 5. Really think stability. It doesn't matter how big your rainbow is. A wider rainbow is going to be more of a challenge through your core. A taller rainbow will be more of a challenge for your glute. Whatever feels good for you, whatever kind of doesn't feel good. Last 1. Forward and back, and then reach straight out underneath you. Hold there. Now you're going to draw U's. Last 8, I promise. Up and up. Go up and up. So that's up towards the front edge of your mat, and then up towards the back edge of your mat. Your leg just comes a few inches in front of your hip, and then a few inches behind your hip. Up. Go for 4. Up and back. 3 more. Keep that pelvis totally still. So again, that's abs. Last 2, up and up. Last 1, up and up, and then bend all the way in. All right, right foot in front of your left knee. Give that right glute a little bit of a stretch out. So hug in your left knee. Remember, keep neutral as you stretch. Just take a nice couple of breaths there. And then feet hip distance apart, and then we'll do the little shift side to side, just letting go of those hip flexors a little bit. All right, and then we'll come right on up, we'll flip, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So starting with your legs straight, out. Reach toes away from the top of your head. Left hand can be down in front of you. Just don't put all your weight into it, right? So we're going to go up, squeeze up, control down. Up, up, control. So keeping your neck nice and long. Exhale as you squeeze. Inhale, controlling down. So control. Go 5 more. Kneecaps are pointing forward the whole time. Your bottom one really wants to point down, right? It's your right kneecap. Keep it pointing forward. 3, up, up, control. Last 2, up, up, control. Last 1, up, up, control to your hover hold there, and then back up. Inhale, down, exhale, up. Doesn't matter how high you lift, just try not to let your right ribs press down so you're keeping your torso pretty still, waistline stay long. Remember, you can go here if you want. Doesn't matter here. Just try to rely as little on your arm as possible and let your core do the stabilizing. Go for 3. Control, go for 2. And then 1 more, squeeze up, stay there. Now scissor your legs, 1 leg forward, 1 back. And then switch. And switch. Keeping those legs lifted. Don't let them drop as you scissor. Switch. Nice long waistlines. Switch. And back. Go 3 more. And back. Last 2. And back. Last 1. Scissor. And scissor, reach. Legs together. And then lower all the way. Okay, now knees in front of your hip, feet underneath your knees, so you're in that 90-degree angle. Lift that left leg up, hold there. So you're neutral, your tail is sticking out behind you, waistlines are long, core is connected, and then you're just gonna circle this leg around. So just small circles, they don't need to be big. Think stability through your hips. Nothing changes in your torso, just your thigh bone, circles in that hip socket. Go for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1, then go the other way. Each time you begin your circle, up and over, think about engaging your abs a little more. Don't let your hips rock with you. 3, 2, last 1, and then hold that leg up at hip height. Now knee down, foot up, and then foot down, knee up. So that's medial rotation here and lateral rotation there. Waistline stay long. Don't let your right ribs press down. Go for 6. In and out. 5 more. In and out. 4 more. In and out. 3 and out. Last 2. In and out. Last 1. In and out, and then lower all the way down. Take a breath. Stretch those legs. Actually, stretch just your top leg out. Right leg is bent underneath you. So waistline's long again. Reach through your right toes. You're going to do those rainbows. So remember, it doesn't need to be super high. It doesn't need to be super wide. Just think stability through your hips. Down to the front edge, up, and then down. Up and down. Good. And think control. Don't let gravity drop it down. You're lifting, you're lowering. You're lifting, you're lowering. Go for 5. Down. And 4. Waistline staying long. 3. And 2. Up and down. Last 1. And then hold straight underneath you. Now you're you. So up to the front edge, up to the back edge of your mat. Hinge and up. Try not to swing. So controlling the lower, controlling the lift, down and up, waistline stay long. Go 5 and up. 4, and up. 3, and up. Last 2, and up. Last 1, and up. And then come all the way in. All right, give that left glute a little stretch out. So left foot in front of your right knee. Hug your right in nice and tight, keeping those waistlines long as you stretch. So nice couple of deep breaths, keeping your ribs tight around your center. Wide sitting bones. And then drop that right foot down. Give those legs a little shake out one way and the other. And then grab your squishy ball. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. But if you have the ball, grab it. And if you want, just have your weights handy. You can use these as well if you want to add a little extra. So if you have the ball, pop it under your tailbone. And if you don't have the ball, you can do the exact same thing on the mat. You're going to be neutral, whether you're on the ball or on the mat. So with the ball, just because of the position of it, it can really pull you into an arched back. So if your ball's too low, you're just going to be down here. If your ball is too high, it's really going to hold you in that arched position. So make sure it's really under the end of your tailbone there, and that you can keep your ribs heavy without just pressing them down. Right? Waistline, stay long. And then from there, just make sure it's in the middle as well. Upper body is nice and quiet. Lift your right heel, lift your left, tighten up those ribs. And then, yeah, if you want to use those weights, just make sure they're handy. Right leg up. Got my balls a little low. And then left leg up. So with your legs there, you should just feel those low abs working, holding you steady. See if you can lift your forearms. With or without weights, doesn't matter. If you want to use your weights, you can reach your arms all the way up and just stay there. So just take a nice couple of breaths, feeling your shoulder blades connecting with the mat. Feel that the back of your rib cage is not touching the mat, but it's heavy. The front of your ribs are drawing together, and then your tailbone is tipping over the top of the ball. So you're not here, you're here. So long waistlines. Now from there, keep those shoulder blades flat against the mat. Just open your right arm to the side. Doesn't matter if you use weights. And then back in, and then go left, open out, and press back up. If you can't lift your arms up, that's okay. Move your forearms only. And then left. Just whatever feels good. We're gonna do that again. So as your arms are moving, we're challenging your core a little bit, right? Throwing yourself off balance. Your core needs to keep you steady. Go one more each way here. Go out and up. Stay there. Now from here, reach just your right leg. Reach it away. Doesn't matter how low, doesn't matter if it goes straight, and then pull back in. Take your time, go left. And then back in. Go right again. And in and left. Out. And in. Keep those shoulder blades heavy on the mat. Back of your rib cage stays heavy as well. And then left. And in. Now add an arm to this. So right leg reaches, left arm reaches, and then pull all the way in. Right arm, left leg reach. And then in. So exhale out, inhale in, exhale, reach, inhale in again, and back, back. Last one here, and last one here, reach, back in. Now stay, keep your shoulder blades flat against the mat. Bring your legs into a diamond. So your toes are touching, your knees are open. The closer you bring your knees into the chest, the easier it is on your back and your abs. So if you feel your low back, bring your knees in closer. If you don't, Send your knees out a little bit further. Now open your right leg to the side. Hold, and then bring it back in. And then only your left. Your right hip stays heavy as your left leg opens, and pull in. Remember, if you want to bring your arms down for a little extra stability, that's fine as well. Exhale as you extend a leg. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, extend a leg. In, pull. Right again, or sorry, left again. And back, go one more right. And in, one more left. Back in, bring those legs back together, stay here. We're gonna reach both arms overhead. Keep your ribs tight around your center, and then bring both arms back up. Keep your shoulder blades flat against the mat. Now add those legs to that. Your legs don't need to go straight, just move them both away, doesn't matter how far. And then pull back in. If you wanna straighten them, that's fine. If you can keep your core connected, reach, and then pull all the way in. So exhale as you reach away. Abs are deepening, inhale, back in. I was doing this with a client yesterday and she actually could not stay steady if she did not exhale. So that's just a testament to that exhale, engaging your low abs, pulling back in. Really think about that. Exhale the whole way out. Inhale in. 2 more. Inhale in, and 1 more. Inhale in, holding there. Lower your right foot down, lower your left, lower those arms, just press into your hips, lift up off the ball, wiggle it off to the side. Take a breath at the top, knees reaching from the top of your head as you lower all the way down. Come to neutral. Grab those knees, hug them in, have a little roll around. One way and the other. And then bring your legs back out underneath you. So reaching toes from the top of your head, reach those arms overhead. We're gonna come to another set of roll-ups. This time we're gonna do some little add-ons. So legs are reaching, you can keep them both down if you want a little extra challenge. We'll alternate legs. So bend one leg in, arms reach, don't bend it in too close. Holding here. Tuck your chin, think even weight through both sides of your spine as you roll all the way up. Keep those left toes reaching. Come into just this little half roll back, so not quite all the way. Arms up, arms down, and then roll all the way. Even weight through both sides of your spine. It's harder than you think. Reach those arms overhead, extend that right, bend your left in. Remember, if that's tricky for you, we'll work towards it. Just keep both legs down. Nice and slow, arms up. Arms reach as you lower all the way, reaching, reaching, lower all the way. Let's switch back to right. Tuck that chin, belly button to spine, ribs tight around your center, little half roll back, arms up, arms down, and then again rolling, 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 and reach. Left leg bends in, do that again, tuck. Keep that right hip heavy. Roll all the way. You can keep alternating, you can keep both legs down, or if you want, you can try both legs bent. Make sure they're not in too close, it makes a huge difference. Tuck. Come into that little half roll, holding when you're there, take a breath, arms come up, roll down. One vertebra at a time, slower is way harder. Reach those arms, let's try that again. So arms up. Slower on the way up is that, well, you don't want to use momentum. So think one vertebra at a time. Up, arms, and then again, slow. Let's go one more. I'll give you one last add-on. You can lift your legs up. So tuck your chin. So that's a full teaser. Holding when you're there, take a breath. Again, slowly roll down. As your mid-back touches, your toes will come down. So take your time. Finally, your toes come down. Reach those arms. Reach those legs. Take a nice little stretch out there. And then let's come up to a 4-point kneel. Let's check my time. Perfect.
So hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Press away from the mat with those arms to engage your lats and your serratus. Your ribs are tight around your center. Your pelvis is neutral. So from here, even weight on your knees right now, right? Do not let your weight shift right or left. We're going to start with our right leg. Send it straight out behind you. Your weight wants to shift to the left. Don't let it. Lift your right leg up. So reach toes away from the top of your head. Keep your left knee under your left hip. From here, just bend that knee in, pull it in towards you, and then kick straight back out, maybe a little higher. In, press through your left knee as you extend your right, squeeze it up. Watch those elbows. In, back, little squeeze. Go for 5. 4 more. In, 3. Left inner thigh is constantly squeezing towards your midline, right? To keep you nice and straight up and down. Neck is nice and long. Last one, back, squeeze up, holding there. Bring your left elbow down to the mat. Your right leg is still reaching. You're not letting your weight shift to the left, right? From here, bring your right knee on the outside of your left knee and then turn it out as you kick up. So that's medial rotation and then lateral rotation out. In and out. Don't let your weight shift left. In, control. 5 more. Control. 4. 3 more. In, press into that left knee as you kick your right out. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And out. Stay right there. From here, you're going to bend your right knee into your right elbow. Last 8. In, exhale, kick, squeeze up. In, kick, squeeze. You got it. 6. Back and squeeze. 5. In, back and squeeze. 4. In, back, squeeze. 3. Don't let those hips move. Last 2. Back. How's that left knee? Is it still under your left hip? Hope so. Up and then bend that leg in. Sit back to a shell stretch. Give those wrists a good little shake. All right. So again, if you had those ankle weights, you could attach those onto your ankles and really up the ante for these ones. All right. It feels like a ton without the weights though, doesn't it? So hands under your shoulders, again, knees under your hips, core is connected, ribs are tight around your center. And then from here, let's just kick our left out, not shifting your weight right. Hold when you're there, hands under your shoulders, and then lift that left up. So you're going to just pull it in, back, squeeze, in, back, squeeze. So just a parallel movement first. So thinking about your right knee staying under your right hip, it's easiest on this one, right? Really think about that alignment. You can even take a peek down at your right knee. Is it really under your right hip? I like to think each time I kick my left leg back that I'm pressing into my right. That engages that right side. That just keeps you thinking about it. Keeps those right obliques, keeping you steady. Go one more. In, back, squeeze up, stay. Now bring your right elbow down. So shoulders are still pretty square. You're going to bring your left knee to the outside of your right and then laterally rotate. So your pelvis moves a bit, but you're not shifting and then shifting your weight. Think about your weight staying pretty centered. Go for 6. In, 5 more. In, turn out. 4 more. 3. In and out. Last 2. In and out. 1 more. In and out. Stay there. Now bring this guy in to your left elbow and then back, squeeze up. So in, back, in, back, squeeze.
Go for 5. Watch that weight. Don't let it shift right. 4, 3, back, squeeze, 2, back, squeeze, last 1, back, squeeze, and then bring that leg in, sit on back to that shell stretch again. Give those wrists a little twist, shake them out there. All right, perfect. And then come down onto your tummy. So we'll put our wrists along a little bit. So feet about as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider than hip distance apart. Don't go too narrow, don't go too wide though. All right, and then just start lying flat down. You can have your eyes straight down or you can look to the side. I'm gonna go to the side just so you can hear me. And then your toes are reaching away from the top of your head. Your core is connected. So instead of just dropping everything down, think about that engagement through your core a little bit. And then we're gonna lift our right thigh. So just a little lift, your right thigh. If you feel your back at all, just don't lift as high. Maybe just think of your leg being light instead of having weight in it. You don't even need to lift it off the mat. So hold when you're up that little bit and then slowly lower back down. Now you're gonna do the same thing left, thinking of your left glute, left hamstring as you lift that leg just slightly and then slow, bring it back down. So do that again, right thigh lift, just that little bit. Abs are engaged to keep your body still and down and then go left. Back down. Now let's lift our right thigh that little bit and hold, reach your toes away from the top of your head. Your upper body's pretty relaxed. Be more relaxed if you're looking down. And then lift your left as well. So both legs are just a tiny bit lifted off the mat. So from here, lift your right an inch higher and then lower your right, lift your left. So like you're swimming your legs, your core is working to keep your pelvis nice and still. It's a tiny movement. If anyone feels their back, don't lift quite as high. Remember, you can just think of your legs being light instead of actually being lifted off the mat. Keep your ribs tight around your center. Go for 3 and down. Keep that neck nice and long. Go for 2. And then 1 more up and down. Reach those toes and then lower all the way. Okay, so let's push yourself back to a little shell stretch. Have a little stretch out there. And then we'll do the upper part of our swimming. So that was our leg swimming. We're gonna add our extension with our upper body, and then I'm gonna show you how the arms will move. We're gonna work towards swimming arms and legs together. Requires a lot of strength through the back line of your body. So we're just gonna work up towards it. If you feel your back, remember, don't come up too high. In our extension, we're not up this high, right? We're not looking in front of us, we're looking just straight down. That's our extension approximately, all right? So hands wide for this, looking straight down. Legs still wide, core engages. So think belly button to spine, roll those shoulders back slightly, and then think of that little marble in front of your nose, roll it away slightly, and then begin reaching the top of your head out away from your toes. So hold here. Think about this long line. The top of your head is reaching this way, your toes and your legs are reaching this way. Holding right here. Can we lift our right arm? Can we lift our left arm? Remember, if you feel your back come down a little lower, that's absolutely fine. Now from here, can you reach your right arm forward and bring it back? Can you reach your left arm forward and bring it back? Reach out and reach and in. Can you go both arms? Reach them. As you pull in, lengthen that spine a little more. Inhale, reach. 2 more, reaching. 1 more, reach. Reach those collarbones forward, lower those arms, lower your upper body, and then press yourself all the way back. Wait, right back to your heels. Take a nice couple of breaths there. All right.
And then come back up to a 4-point kneel. So hands under your shoulders. Let's do a little cat stretch, just get a little bit more movement through our spine here. So drop your tail round up through those low abs, mid abs, upper abs, looking towards your knees. Take a breath here. And then come all the way out of it. So start with your cervical spine, your upper spine, middle, all the way down to your lumbar spine. Holding when you're there, take a breath. And then do that again. Drop that tail, scoop round all the way up, looking towards those knees. Again, give your head a little rock back and forth. And then come all the way out of it. And then just one more like that, dropping that tail, scoop round those abs up. All the way out. Lovely, and then step your right foot back, reach through your right heel. Step your left back, reach through your left heel. So heels reach away from the top of your head. Scoop those abs, press into a downward dog. Heels low, you can walk them out one at a time. Let go of any tension in your neck. And then drop both heels nice and low. Take a breath. Lift them both real high, tail right up to the ceiling. Do that again. Heels drop low. And then lift them up. I have dreams of my heels being able to touch the ground. I have the tightest hamstrings ever. And then shift your weight forward. Bring your right knee into your chest. Turn it out and then just drop down for a little stretch here. So letting your right leg open out, you'll feel your right hip having a good stretch out and just as far down as it feels good. Take a nice couple of breaths there, letting the weight of your body pull you into a deeper stretch. For one more nice deep breath there. And then curl your left toes under. Step your right back. You're back in that plank. Press all the way back again. Drop those heels as low as you can. Back up, bring your left knee in, turn it out, and then again, drop on down there. So keep those toes reaching, right toes reaching back. Take a nice couple of deep breaths. And then hands back under those shoulders, curl those right toes under, step your left back. Press all the way back. Walk those hands into your feet. Hang in that little bit of a forward fold there. Press through your heels without locking your knees and then just roll yourself all the way up. Give your shoulders a little roll down. And you are finito. Thanks, guys. Hope that felt good. I see some new faces, I think.
Thanks, Lindsay. That was great.
You're so welcome, Jenny. I will see you guys next week, I guess. Have a good rest of your week. I like seeing all this gym equipment. Robin's got some hardcore stuff in there. Good job, guys. I'll see you soon.
Lindsay. Bye.